In the depths of a desolate landscape, where the sky devours the earth, a lone traveler's cry echoes through the void, a haunting whisper of a nation's darkest hour. The year was one of unrelenting hardship, as the Great Famine tightened its grip on Iceland. The once verdant pastures lay barren, and the people were forced to venture into the unforgiving highlands in search of sustenance. Arnarvatnsheiði, a vast and treacherous expanse, became a necessary evil for those seeking to cross the island. The terrain was as merciless as the weather, with jagged rocks and hidden crevices waiting to snuff out the lives of the unwary. Yet, it was here that the resilient spirit of the Icelandic people was forged, as they battled against the unyielding forces of nature. As travelers trudged through the highlands, the silence was oppressive, punctuated only by the howling wind and the soft crunch of gravel beneath their feet. The air was alive with an otherworldly energy, as if the land itself was watching and waiting. Every step felt like a gamble, as the ground beneath them could give way at any moment, sending them tumbling into the abyss. Still, they pressed on, driven by the desperate hope of finding food and shelter in a land that seemed determined to starve them. The Great Famine had brought Iceland to its knees, as crop failures and harsh weather conspired to decimate the population. The people were forced to live on the brink of existence, scavenging for scraps and praying for a miracle. It was in this context that the treacherous crossing of Arnarvatnsheiði became a matter of life and death, as travelers risked everything to reach the relative safety of the lowlands. The memory of the famine years would haunt the nation for generations to come, a grim reminder of the unforgiving power of nature. As the days turned into weeks, the travelers grew weaker, their bodies worn down by the relentless struggle against the elements. The highlands seemed to stretch on forever, a vast and trackless expanse that swallowed all in its path. Yet, even in the midst of such despair, there were moments of beauty, as the sun broke through the clouds and cast a golden glow over the desolate landscape. It was as if the land itself was offering a fleeting glimpse of hope, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there was always a way forward. The crossing of Arnarvatnsheiði was a journey into the very heart of darkness, a trial by fire that only the strongest could survive. The travelers were forced to confront their deepest fears, as the land seemed to conspire against them at every turn. Still, they persevered, driven by a fierce determination to survive, to overcome the odds and emerge stronger on the other side. It was this unyielding spirit that would ultimately see them through, as they struggled to rebuild their shattered lives and forge a new future. As the travelers finally emerged from the highlands, they were met with a sight that took their breath away. The lowlands stretched out before them, a verdant oasis in the midst of the desert. It was a moment of pure joy, as they realized they had made it through the worst of the journey. The memory of the ordeal would stay with them forever, a reminder of the harsh beauty of the Icelandic wilderness and the unbreakable spirit of its people. The Great Famine would eventually subside, as the weather improved and the crops began to grow once more. But the memory of those dark years would never be forgotten, as it had seared itself into the national psyche. The crossing of Arnarvatnsheiði would become a legendary tale, told and retold around campfires and in huddles, a testament to the resilience and determination of the Icelandic people. In the end, it was not the land that broke the people, but the people who broke the land, their spirits unshaken by the trials they had faced. The silence of the highlands still whispers secrets to those who dare to listen, of a nation's darkest hour and its most glorious triumph.